Hey, I'm Pastor Tony, Senior Pastor of Refuge Community Church. It's the church, the place the people of God call home, because there's no place like home. I'm here with another Pastors on the Go segment, and like I said, you never know where I'll be or what wonderful guests that I have an opportunity to speak to. I'm actually here on location in Columbus, Texas. Yep, I'm out of Houston. I'm actually in Columbus, Texas, and I'm speaking with a wonderful guest. I'm speaking with Allison Toepperwein. And I want to thank you for this opportunity, for just taking a little bit of time out of your schedule to allow us to talk to you. I mean, there's a lot of accolades. I've seen that you're dealing with, Parkinson's. I know that you were a TV reporter. I know that I've seen you, with my own eyes, compete in American Ninja Warrior. I saw that. I mean, I saw your eyes, the eye of the tiger. I saw you deal with things. I've heard your stories, and I've learned so much about you. I've heard about your blog, website, and I've seen and heard how God has basically opened up doors and kind of orchestrated your steps. So, I can talk all day, but I just want to thank you for this opportunity for me to be able to talk to you and be able to, help people and stuff, or what have you. But, I just want to thank you, but could you tell us a little bit about, the things that you went through, like with Parkinson, like you said, like the first shot or the neck and the things, because there may be people out here that just need to be aware of what's going on in the community.
Well, Parkinson's for me started with a tremor. I was holding a coffee pot with my left hand, and it began to shake. And that happened one time right after I had my daughter. So it was about 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago. And the only way to make it stop was when I grabbed with my other arm. And I thought, that's weird. But then it happened again in a few weeks, and it continued to progress. Parkinson's is a progressive, non-curable movement disease. There, as a young onset, which is what I'm considered, anyone under 55 that's diagnosed has young onset Parkinson's. The good thing about that is we tend to progress slowly. So that is one of the positives. Essentially, the tremor got worse, in particular with stress. So I separated and got divorced from my husband at the end of 2014. And that propelled everyone in my family to push me to go to see the doctor. So 2.5 months after my divorce, 4 months after my separation, is when I got diagnosed.
That's what you call a full plate of food. My gosh. And what's it seems like the community has gravitated around you, and you're being able to help so many people with what you have experienced and what you are experiencing now.
Well, for those people out there, I know for me, going through all of this, it wasn't easy. I'm in a much better place now, emotionally, mentally, but when your life gets ripped out from under you and you're beat down emotionally and sometimes physically, you're low to the ground. And what I like to say is that's a perfect time to push up. And when you do a push-up, you start to rise.
That's good. I'm going to preach this. That's good. Push up and start to rise.
So, I was low to the ground, and I had lost my home. We had to sell my home. I lost my marriage. I lost my ideals. of what my life was supposed to be. And then on top of that, I got diagnosed with a non-curable disease. So it was a lot to deal with. And the only way I survived that was because of God and Jesus Christ.
Hey, there you go. So I was just getting ready to say, you must be a woman of faith to be able to go through all of that, because as I've spoken with you this afternoon, you continually made reference to God opening doors. The first thing that she said to me when I first met her is, I'm being led. She said, I'm being led. And she began to expound on how God is leading her. She's experiencing some things that she don't have knowledge of, but God is still opening up the doors and making ways for you. So we know that you're a woman of faith. Matter of fact, I got to show y'all. Check this card out. Lit within. And it says, my light cannot be dimmed, for I am lit within. Allison, Toepperwein, tell us about this lit within.
Well, Lit Within began, it's so funny because when it began, it was a totally different idea, and I was still married. It was the summer before my separation. I was making homemade skincare in my kitchen, and women want to glow, we want to radiate, and so I was looking on the internet as far as marketing purposes for a name, and I wanted to have a great website.
Okay.
So I didn't want it to be, lit within AllisonToepperwein.com. I didn't want it to be this long, intrusive website. I wanted it to be something catchy that people could remember. And I found that litwithin.net was available.
Okay.
So I purchased it 2 weeks after I separated and didn't do anything with it. And I actually, the precursor to this picture was another picture very similar. This is of me and my back. The other picture was me in the front. And I took that picture with Lit Within in mind, but I had not been diagnosed or anything. And it turned out 2 days after I was diagnosed, my brother, my first angel, and 12 hours later my cousin, my second angel, came to me and said, you need to write this down. You need to start a blog. So I began blogging immediately after. From there, 1 week after I started my blog, I began Lit Within, which is now litwithin.com. So my blog is litwithinblog.com. Litwithin.com is based on positivity.
Okay.
It's a social media website like Facebook.
Okay.
No negativity is allowed. No bullying, no hate, no fear, no negativity. And it's amazing. We have these social media channels, and they're very powerful, and there's so many amazing benefits. I've been able to connect with people from all over the world with Parkinson's, and they have been able to learn about me and find hope in what I'm doing. But there's a huge negative to social media. We all know it. People making comments that are hateful, that are ugly. And it's a great place for hate to spread. And that disgusts me. And I wanted a place that was free from that. I'm a mom. I wanted a place where my child could go and connect with others, and it be a hopeful, helpful place. So within 30 minutes on a Saturday, 1 week after I started my blog, I had had this idea looming in my head for several months, and I was connected with a stranger, some woman that I've never even met to date. And she said, not only would I be honored to be a part of this project, not only can we do this project, but I have lupus. And I can sympathize and empathize with what you're going through.
Yeah.
So when I told you I'm being led, I don't know what I'm doing. I have a nonprofit corporation that I started. I don't know what I'm doing. But he is making a way for me. And that has helped with my anxiety levels, which is a huge symptom of Parkinson's. I don't really know how I'm making money off of this thing because I'm not making money yet. But he's given me a way to financially make a way for it.
Okay.
And I truly feel like, that movie, Field of Dreams, build it and they will come.
There you go. It's a church.
I feel like he is leading me on this journey and he's not going to abandon me.
Amen. Brought you too far. That is really beautiful. But one more thing before we wrap this up, I have to mention this. We got to talk about this. Like I said, when I first met you, I met you because I was actually watching you on television, and I saw you with my own eyes compete on American Ninja Warrior. That's right. I saw it with my own eyes. Just tell us about that.
Well, I have a non-curable movement disease. Okay. It affects your movement as well as some other things. But the only thing proven to slow the progression of Parkinson's is exercise.
Okay.
So I began exercising for the fight of my life.
Yeah.
And it took on a different meaning than before. When I heard there's one thing on this planet that I can do to control my disease, I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
So I started going to the track, and then when it got too hot, I went to a local gym, and right about that time, somebody convinced me to do a mud run. I've never done one before, and I'm like, that sounds like fun. So I did the mud run. I thought, well, to train for the mud run, I probably need to do a pull-up. So I attempted a pull-up on a Sunday, and before I knew it, I had done 5 in a row. And I thought that was kind of easy. And
really?
So from there, I went and just continued with training at my daughter's elementary on the jungle gym. And I did the mud run. I passed 5 kidney stones 2 weeks leading up to the race. The last kidney stone I passed was Wednesday before the Saturday race. I have Parkinson's, so I shake already. It was 50 degrees and it rained the whole day. So I shook profusely. I had tendonitis in both hips, and I finished 4th in my age division and in the top 13% with over 1,400 competitors.
Ooh, my God.
So as I was training for this, I had people commenting, you should try out for American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay. And then God sent another sign. Groupon.
Wow.
It was in November. There was a Groupon for Ninja Warrior class, and I thought,
really?
It's a sign from God.
Thank you.
So I bought the Groupon.
Okay.
And I told people, that's when I started telling people, I'm going to try out for American Ninja Warrior.
And you did it.
And I did.
I saw it with my own eyes. So as we wrap this up, what I'd like for you to do is to look into this camera and just share something with people that they need hope. They're giving up. They may be giving up on their dreams, their health, where they are with life. But I mean, I've learned so much today from listening to you. But there's people out there that need to hear something from you. What can you share with them to empower them?
You can't do this. You can't do it alone. I've been beat down, broke down, and an all-out loss. I felt like I had nothing and no one. And yet, I was being carried. I couldn't do this alone. I don't know what I'm doing, and I certainly, at 38 years old with a movement disorder, never imagined being able to have the physical capacity to do the things that I do, ninja training, and yet I do. I can whip most men that are young and agile right in the tush. I'm not doing it alone. I'm being led, I'm being carried, and when you have faith, you will be carried. You will be shown a way. You will be shown the light. And you'll be able to glow. And when you start glowing, you start inspiring others. You start helping others. And you'll never know the width of your reach. There are people that you will be able to help that you don't even realize. They'll never tell you. But you're there. And you are helping. But you can't do it alone. You got to give it up and give it to Him.
There you have it. Those special words. You see the type of afternoon I'm having. I'm inspired. I'm humbled and empowered. The moral to what we're learning is, you don't have to do it alone. God has done things for me. He's done things for Allison, and He will do things for you. This is Pastor Tony from RCC and Allison saying that God cares about you. God bless.